Hello, I haven't seen y'all for a while. Wanted to show you my Christmas present. This is another Gretsch guitar. I have two now. You've seen the orange one several times. This is called a Streamliner, and to be specific, it's a G2622T. G2622T, Streamliner. And it's in Torino, like Ford Torino green. And I think it's just, like all Gretsch guitars, it's just absolutely beautiful. This is not an expensive guitar relative to the orange guitar. This costs, I believe, $549 is the going price, and then I saw a couple a little cheaper than that on eBay. I'm not sure why they were cheaper, but this came from Amazon, and it was my second try. The first one they sent was not this guitar that I ordered, so I had to send it back, and they resent this one. Now it's different than the orange guitar in a lot of ways. The Bigsby tailpiece on here is the one thing I don't care for. It sits up way too high, and the reason is the strings are way down low on this guitar. They're right over the top of the pickups, very little space here. On the orange guitar, the space there is probably at least an inch higher. So if you get an inch higher, you're up here where your hand should be. And the second thing about this Bigsby, and I've let them know my displeasure with it, is this spring on here is really strong. It takes a heck of a push to get much of an effect. So I'd say the tailpiece on here I may get used to it and may find ways to use it, but I'd say it's pretty useless the way it is. But anyway, I still like the guitar. It's fun. It's got I think they're called semi-fat frets, bigger than the orange guitar. And of course that means you got to get your finger in the center of the fret. But one reason I'm showing you this guitar is every time I look up a guitar, which I did this one on YouTube to hear it demonstrated, it's demonstrated in a style that I don't play, so I don't really hear the guitar the way I want to hear it. So I'm going to let you hear this guitar the way I play, and realizing that there are probably a lot more people that play like those on YouTube than play like I play. But I'm playing the way I've learned, the Chet Atkins finger style, the old style rock and roll, rhythm and blues, maybe you might call it, and a little bit of jazz. But those are different, they sound different, you don't use all of the effects. I've got a little bit of tape delay, imitation tape delay on this. But it's a nice guitar for the money. Let me play you a song. The Jerry Reed song, Baby's Coming Back, they're home. So that's your picking sound. You've got double tone settings. This is a tone setting: first fret, middle fret, back fret. Down here you've got the back pickup here you have the bridge or the front pickup. And then there's a tone setting that you can set for these two. So it's really got double tone settings, and I haven't quite figured out why. Maybe if you have one of these, you have, but I'll get there. But I do know if I want to play treble and I turn the tone setting all the way counterclockwise, I get more treble. But I seldom play more treble. And the same is true with the back pickup. And this will give you middle pickup, just like with a Stratocaster, front pickup, back pickup. The back pickup, the jazzier, now see there it's turned off, so I've got to come all the way forward or clockwise. If you want to get bluesy. My setting's usually going to be in the middle, probably. That'll let me play the old rock and roll, the James Burton. So forth. And if I want to play, excuse me, my nose is dripping today. If I want to play a little boogie woogie, they've got on here I think are probably 10s. I thought at first they were 9s, but they don't bend like 9s, so I think they must be 10s, which is what I use in general on my Stratocaster and probably will use on this. I've used 11s on the orange guitar because it just calls for the big fat strings. Okay, now one other thing that I'm not wild about with the Bigsby is the way you have to put new strings on. And the way you have to bend around and catch that little teeny little nipple under there and then come up to your bridge. And this time they've added more difficulty by coming under the front part of the Bigsby. So you've got a little dip in the road there while trying to hold these in place. I use a rubber eraser to stick under there to hold them in place, and it works kind of well. And now they've got an adjustable bridge, which I don't even have on my 6120-59 expensive guitar. So it's adjustable up and down, and it's adjustable back and forth for intonation. But I have found that the intonation on this guitar is pretty darn good right out of the box. It'll be better with some good expensive strings. No doubt, new guitars always have cheap strings on them. Why would they put a $2, $3 set of strings on such a good guitar? But that's just the fact of life. But anyway, like I say, for the money, it's a good guitar. It's got I'm not sure if this neck's a little fatter than the one on my orange guitar. It feels a little bit fatter. Maybe it's not. But the frets are definitely wider. They're definitely the fat frets. Okay. So, let me give you a little bit of like windy and warm type sound. So, hope you enjoyed it. Good to see you again. I'll be back with some more picking lessons soon. And thank you. Have a nice day.